Welcome to Add a Little Dazzle. In today's video, I will teach you how to use Add a Little Dazzle transfer sheets. Transfer sheets are an amazing tool that allows you to stamp and create digital images on surfaces where you normally wouldn't be able to do so as easily or at all. But in today's video, I will teach you how you can do it using Add a Little Dazzle transfer sheets. So let's get started. Add a Little Dazzle transfer sheets come in a pack with 10 transfer sheets and 10 adhesive sheets. The transfer sheets have a glossy side and it has a matte side. It is important to know that all your images, whether printed or stamped, must be done on the matte side of the transfer film. The transfer film can be run through a laser and an inkjet printer. You must make sure that when you are printing that you set the resolution to high and you set it to print on photo paper. The great thing about transfer sheets is that you can also stamp images on it. My recommendation is that you use craft ink when stamping on the matte side of the transfer sheets. And to dry the craft ink, just take your heat tool and carefully blow on it until you see that shiny finish disappear off the ink. But you don't want to do it too much, because if you do, then the transfer sheet will curl. One of the important things to keep in mind when working with transfer sheets, if you are stamping on them, is that you need to use images that can be used in reverse, such as this one. As you can see, whether I stamp it this way or the image is that way, it's going to be the same thing. It doesn't work well with images such as this, where it has a to and a from. Not if you're stamping it. If you are using My Digital Studio, then it is great, because all you have to do is reverse the image, and when you print it out and attach it to your item, it will come out in the correct format, in the correct way, and you will be able to read it. Stamping on transfer sheets, bold images and images that are completely filled in work best. It is important that once you have stamped the image onto the transfer sheet, that you cut closely along the edge to avoid a halo effect. It is best that when you are attaching images that you have created with transfer sheets, that you attach it to images with light backgrounds, and again, as close as possible to the edge of the printed or stamped image to avoid the halo effect. As you can see here, I have taken a design that I printed on my transfer sheet and I cut it out really close to the edge to avoid that halo effect. It's a little bit white there, but that's not going to matter. But one thing that is important is that when I'm going to work with it, that I place the side that was printed on facing up towards me, because this is the side on which I'm going to apply the adhesive sheet onto. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the adhesive sheets, it has a glossy side. Let me see if you can kind of see that. Yeah, there you go. It's glossy side, and there's a side with white film. You're going to work with the glossy side, and what you are going to do is that you are going to take and you're going to bend one of the corners here slightly, and bending the corners will help separate the two layers. Top layer separated, the glossy film side. I only want to grab it from the edge. Now this glossy side has adhesive on it, and this is just white, like wax paper kind of thing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my image with the matte side, the side that's printed or stamped on, facing up, and I'm going to place it right where I want it. Remember that if it is printed words, you're going to know that it's right if when you look at the image looks mirrored. So, but here we don't have that because it's a flower. So what I'm going to do now is that I am going to carefully go over it like this to attach it. And I'm going to rub on it, and there you go. And so now my piece is attached. Now you can take a brayer, you can take a bone folder and just go over it like that to attach that adhesive to it. Now This is the way that I prefer to attach it, which is open it and put my image there and then put the film on top. Because when I originally started working with the transfer sheets, I'll show you what I did here. I cut out the piece and then tried to attach it, the adhesive film exactly on top, and as you can see here, it's hard to keep a straight hand when you're working with this, and so it went slanted, and so here I lost a whole piece of transfer sheet and adhesive film that if I would have just peeled the film like I did here on one side and then placed it in and rubbed it over, I would have made sure that I was within my parameters and I wouldn't have wasted any film. And so now what I'm going to do, now that it is attached right there, is I'm going to take some scissors and I'm going to cut closely around that. Okay, as you can see, here's my cutout piece, and it has the glossy film on top, as you can see, and it has the white film on the bottom. Sometimes it'll peel off if it's a really small piece, and you may be wondering, oh gosh, what am I going to do now? That's not a problem. So here's my surface, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate that top layer, that glossy film. There we go. Okay, let me show you what happened here. That top layer was getting stuck to the transfer film, and if that happens, then all you're going to do is take your scissors and peel it off, and you're going to see that it's exposed. Just hold it off to the side very carefully. Don't worry about that. And then just flip it over and attach it. And as you can see, it is just easily attaching on there. And now I'm just going to get my bone folder or popsicle stick or anything else that I want to use that will help it adhere. And then I'm going to take that white film and just peel it off. And there is my transfer sheet image. And as you can see, there is no halo effect because I cut right along the edge. But again, if it does peel off that way where the little film just separates, then all you have to do is take a pair of scissors and just separate it and carefully flip it over and attach. I didn't want that to happen, but the truth is that it does happen, so it was a good thing, so that way you guys can see what to do if that were to happen to you. As you can see, Add a Little Dazzle transfer sheets are so easy to work with, and there's so many possibilities using Stampin' Up! Products along with my digital studio. I invite you to visit us at www.addalittledazzle.com, where you can purchase Stampin' Up! Product, Add a Little Dazzle transfer sheets and accessories. If you have any questions, please email me at monica@addalittledazzle.com. Thanks, and have a dazzling day.